Yeah, all right. Talk nerdy to me. Let's get into it. Let's get it. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it through another week. Beautiful. I hope everyone had a great Halloween. Looking forward to Thanksgiving next. This year's flying by. It's November 4th already. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Got a lot to cover today. All right, first thing. Here we go. Teamwork, no dream work. New study claims that Slack and Teams have gaping potential security flaws in the access control given to third party apps on the platforms. Researchers from the University of Wisconsin have found that work productivity apps expose user information to third party apps through software agreements for API interfaces most users never read. Those agreements allow third party apps to, in theory, post to the user and read and access most, if not all, of their information. Yikes, scary. Because the third party apps are not hosted on the platform, unlike those on iOS or Android, for example, it's near impossible for the company to verify the code of the app that is interacting with a person's Slack or Teams environment. Slack and Teams need to do more to manage the problems found in the group's research, though there's no evidence as yet that the vulnerabilities have been exploited by bad actors. And the separation between the platform and the third party apps makes fixes prohibitively time consuming. So they haven't really had any attacks yet, but they are seeing this as an exposure, and it's only a matter of time. I mean, these guys that are doing these attacks, they're not stupid. They're gonna figure this out. They're getting the same info that I'm reading to you now, so I'm sure there's people who've been working on it for a while. They're gonna have to really take a look at this. So, in the general sense, the responsibility is going to have to be to ensure that this kind of behavior does not happen. That's what the researchers said. But on the ground, in reality, this is a difficult problem to solve. Um, yeah, that's this could be interesting. This is very widely used. Slack and Teams, so it's could be potentially a lot of exposure if someone figures this out. All right, moving on. Android apps. We covered some VPN stuff and Android apps and Apple apps the other week. There's more of these. These are continuing to pop up. So these Android apps that you see here, that you see here, they million Play Store installations they had, but they redirected users to malicious sites. So this set of apps released by the same developer. They were discovered directing victims to malicious websites as part of an adware and information stealing campaign. The apps published by a developer named Mobile Apps Group and currently available in the Play Store have been collectively downloaded over 1 million times. According to Malwarebytes, the websites are designed to generate revenues through pay per click ads, and worse, they prompt users to install cleaner apps on their phones with the goal of deploying additional malware. So, this is the list of apps. So, Bluetooth App Sender has over 50,000 downloads. Bluetooth Auto Connect, over a million downloads itself. Bluetooth Wi-Fi USB, over 10,000, and then Mobile Transfer Smart Switch, over 1,000 downloads. So those last two, not as many, but man, that other 50,000 and a million plus is pretty crazy. And this is what it actually pulls up when you do this. It's asking to confirm action. They'll say, please wait, your LG may be running slowly, or Samsung, or whatever you downloaded this with. To clean your device, stay on the page and install the recommended app. So you hit OK, and then it says it's recommended that you update the cleaner for your phone. And then it's downloading this, and that's additional malware that's being downloaded. It's no surprise that the malicious apps have devised new ways to get past Google Play Store security protections. One of the more popular tactics adopted by threat actors is to introduce time-based delays to conceal their malicious behavior. So what they're doing is they're waiting some period of time so that it's not detected. So Malwarebytes, they did an analysis. So they found that these apps have approximately a 4-day waiting period before opening the first phishing site in Chrome browser and then proceeding to launch more tabs every 2 hours. So you get it, you download it, you do all this, nothing happens. A few days later, then the process starts. At this point, it's not detected, and now this is running in the background. The apps are part of a broader malware operation called Hidden Ads, which has been active since at least June of 2019 and has a track record of illicitly earning revenues by redirecting users to advertisements. So this is the key here. I've been saying this. We be careful on the apps. Try to do as much research as possible. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but it's these types of issues that come up that can really steal your data very easily, and we just have to be aware. This is it. We're just raising awareness here, so you gotta take your time and just don't download everything. Don't let your kid on there. My kid tries to download a million things on my phone. I always have to watch him. So these are the types of things that can come back to bite you. The findings also come as the researchers from Guardio Labs disclose details of a mall vesting campaign dubbed Dormant Colors that leverages rogue Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge extensions to hijack user search queries to an actor-controlled domain. I'm sure there'll be more to come on that, and I'll cover that as more details of this play out. All right, TikTok. So this has been in the news lately. So a new TikTok privacy policy confirms that the Chinese staff can access European users' data. So TikTok is revisiting its privacy policy for European users to make it explicitly clear that user data can be accessed by some employees from across the world, including China. BitDance's own platform, which currently stores European user data in the US and Singapore, said the revision is part of its ongoing data governance efforts to limit employees' access to users in the region, minimize data flows outside of it, and store the information locally. The privacy policy update applies to users located in the UK, the European Economic Area, or EEA, and Switzerland, and goes into effect on December 2nd of this year, so 2022. So based on a demonstrated need to do their job subject to a series of robust security controls and approved protocols, and by way of methods that are recognized under the GDPR laws, we allow certain employees within our corporate group located in Brazil, Canada, China, Israel, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, and the US remote access to TikTok European user data. This is coming from the company. TikTok further said its security controls consist of system access restrictions, encryption, and network security, adding it doesn't collect precise location information from its users in Europe. The development also takes place against mounting regulatory scrutiny from the platform on both sides of the Atlantic, which has over 1 billion monthly active users. BitDance has repeatedly denied it is controlled by the Chinese government. In July 2022, it hit the brakes on a controversial privacy policy update in Europe that could have allowed it to serve targeted ads based on users' activity on the social video platform without the explicit consent of the users. It has also faced rough weather in the U.S., that with Brendan Carr, a Republican member of the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, calling for a ban of the application over national security concerns that user data could be accessed by Chinese authorities. There's going to be a lot to come from this, I'm sure, over the next few weeks. This is picking up steam. I won't be surprised if they end up banning this. They're talking about bringing back Vine. Elon Musk is with Twitter, so there could be something there. They may end up banning this, and then Vine was very similar to TikTok, so that may end up happening that way. This may end up getting banned, and then we'll move on to doing Vines again, or move back to doing Vines. I'll probably make it almost identical to TikTok. Okay, and finally, last one. Here we go. Experts warn of Sandstrike Android spyware infecting devices via malicious VPN app. We covered VPNs a couple of times now in the previous videos. Again, any VPN that's free, they have to make money somehow. They're using your data, they're selling it. You have to, if you're going to use a VPN, it's smart to use a VPN. Just make sure you get a paid service, look through their policy, and make sure that they're not going to give out your data. Make sure that it's secure. Like I said, I use ExpressVPN and NordVPN. They're paid. You can pay yearly or monthly. This is one of those scenarios where it was, I believe, a free VPN that was causing harm. So here's the whole story on this. Previously, undocumented Android spyware campaign has been found striking Persian-speaking individuals by masquerading as a seemingly harmless VPN application. This came from Kaspersky, is the firm that's tracking the campaign under the moniker Sandstrike. It has not been attributed to any particular threat group as of this time. Sandstrike is distributed as a means to access resources about the Baha'i religion that is banned in Iran. So they're using this VPN to spy on these, try to find these people that believe in this religion. Um, so while the app is designed to provide victims with the actual VPN connection, so the functionality is there, it does function like an actual VPN. Um, but when the VPN it bypasses the ban, it's also configured to covertly siphon the data from the victim's devices, such as their call logs, their contacts, and uh, even connect to a remote server to fetch additional commands. So the booby trapped VPN service, while fully functional, is said to be distributed via a Telegram channel controlled by the adversary. Links to the channel are also advertised on fabricated social media accounts set up on Facebook and Instagram for the purpose of luring potential victims into downloading the app. And according to Amnesty International report published in August of 2022, Iran's Ministry of Intelligence has arrested at least 30 members of the community in various parts of the country since July 31st, 2022. The religious minority has been subject to heightened persecution by Iranian authorities, accusing it of being spies with links to Israel, leading to raids, arbitrary arrests, home demolitions, and land grabs. APT actors are now strenuously used to create attack tools and improve old ones to launch new malicious campaigns. In their attacks, they use cunning and unexpected methods. Today, it is easy to distribute malware via social networks and remain undetected for several months or even more. So, again, be careful out there. We got to stay vigilant. These are the types of things that are just absolutely scary. Um, and I don't think it'll ever get to this point here in the States, but you can see how easy it is to manipulate people, steal their data, and spy on them. I mean, they're using the VPN. It works. It functions completely like a VPN, but its intent is to lure people into downloading it, then spy on them, and probably some of those arrests are coming from this. That's it for me for this week. Thank you again for watching this channel. I really appreciate it. If you found this info helpful, please subscribe so you never miss the latest episode. I'll keep this going weekly. That's it for this week. Join me again next week for the latest cyber news and threats. Have a great weekend, Rumbleverse. Love you, appreciate you. All the links to this will be in the description below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is also here on the video. I keep forgetting to load this last screen. You can contact me via email. I'll put that in there as well, or you can go on my site. Any cybersecurity info, any IT things that you guys need help with. If anybody wants free dark web scans, I'll gladly do it for you. Just reach out to me. That's it. Great weekend. See you next time. Take care.